congratulations on Chamkila.
Thank you.
The most watched film on Netflix from India. Not a surprise at all. Clearly the most loved film of the year so far. When you don't have that box office to think of, and this is the first time you've done a feature film which is purely for Netflix or OTT as it were, is that a little more liberating, or you never thought of these things anyway?
No, I didn't think of these things anyway, but it's liberating in the way that the rules of the game are slightly different. I feel that I'm a big screen film director. Like I visualize the big screen while writing it, and I'm always, as I said, that kid in a cinema theater watching the film while writing it. The rules of the game in digital are slightly different. We are not so sycophantic about stardom, for instance. The material of the film is important, and I know, and everybody who's been in films knows that that's all that finally matters.
Right.
You see, we were talking about films with big stars not doing well, and films with non-big stars also doing well, and films with big stars have also done well. Everything is possible, boss. It all depends upon how the material is. So I feel that right now, because OTT is fresh, they are looking at it like that. They are paying some respect to, the system is paying some respect to the material.
And matching the character to the actor.
Things like that.
Right.
Over here, in films, individuals do that. But the system seems to not agree to that. You know, the system is like, because the obsession for numbers is not only with the audience, it is also with the...
It has come from them only to the audience.
It has come, no, it has come from the audience, now it has come back to the film industry people, and then over here there are actors and there are directors and sitting and talking about numbers. That वो उसको कितना मारेगी, वो 75 मारा, उसमें टूट गई पिक्चर, और इसने ये 200 मारेगी and all of that. अरे तेरा क्या काम है यार? तू एक्टर है, मतलब हम लोग we have to make a great film. We are not over here the acumen of, we are not trade analysts. Finally, the value that we can give as filmmakers is the dream that we have carried, not our mathematical ability. You know, or not our marketing genius. If we are able to provide something which the audience likes, they will come and watch our films, and then we will get the numbers. So the most smart thing that we can do is to just make a great film, a good film that the audience will like. I try not to be that person. But otherwise the system sometimes, you know, they encourage you to think like that, and you kind of feel smarter talking about numbers rather than stories. क्या ठीक है, स्टोरी हो रही तो ठीक है, एक्टर ये नहीं आएगा, ओपनिंग कैसे लगेगी,
राइट,
क्योंकि
तो इसको ले लेते हैं तो फिर
इसको लेंगे उसको लेंगे तो इसके साथ, हाँ ये थोड़ा ऐसे अच्छा हो जाएगा, ये कहानी अच्छा ठीक है, ऐसे करके ये इतना हो जाए. It's not so simple, and I'm not saying that these things don't matter at all. They do matter, but then everything comes from the story. If you love a story, you can take that and try to put in everything that will make it successful. The reverse is not true. You can't take the ingredients that make a good chart and then reverse calculate a good plate of food.
Right. And it's beautiful how everything just came together in Chamkila, Imtiaz. Literally, like, you couldn't have handpicked it better.
Oh, no.
But
when we started out, Diljit was not a big star.
Right.
So we could not manage.
Like, he was doing Coachella. I just learned right now before we started the conversation. He was at Coachella while he was making, well, you were making Chamkila.
Yeah.
He hadn't become like a Western mainstream at the time when you hired him.
Absolutely. So he had not done Coachella when we signed with him. And so it's kind of happened simultaneously. So at the end of the film, which is always what it is, you know, an actor, whatever his so-called market value is, can be different by the time your film releases.
Right.
So you also have to factor that. And anyway, so he became a very big star, but when we started out, he was, for Hindi films, not such a big tested star. People said, iski kitni opening lagaye? It is like, there is no calculation, there is no basis for what Diljit Dosanjh can fetch, if it is some number that he can fetch.
Where did you first see him? Which film did you first watch him in? Udta Punjab, I'm guessing?
Yeah, Udta Punjab is a film, and also I'd seen a film, Filori I'd seen.
Right.
So these two films of his I've seen, but I also know him because he sang in Jab Harry Met Sejal, he sang a song, and I had known of him because I've seen him on television, etc. So Diljit, apart from his films, is also known through various media, right? So I knew about him, and I knew that he's a very good actor. I somehow knew that he's a very good actor. There's something about him, you know, very good actor.
Plus a Punjabi pop star already.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Already a singer.
And he knows more about Chamkila than I do.
He done a movie, right? He'd done Jodi or something.
Yeah, which is already based or kind of inspired by Chamkila's life.
Did you watch that film?
No, he showed me some and he told me the story. So when I went to tell him the story of Chamkila, so he's like, देखो सर आप चाहोगे तो मैं तो कर रहा हूँ, but let me tell you the story of Jodi and you see whether you want to take me because this I have already done. So instead of me narrating anything to him, he narrated it to me.
He narrated Jodi's story
to me to say that
before hearing your narration.
Yeah. Like I was talking to Subhash Ghai today. He's invited me for some function. He said, you know, तेरी film तो बहुत अच्छी लगी and all that. He said today about Chamkila. I said, अरे वाह सुभाष जी. So he said, क्यों उस दिन भी तो मैंने तुझे बोला था जिस दिन मैंने फिल्म देखी तेरी. I said, सर वो क्या है ना कि देखने के बाद immediately सुरूर रहता है थोड़े दिन तक. तो अभी भी आपको अच्छी लग रही है चमकीला, that's a good thing.
That's a great point.
Yeah. Then he admitted to it. He said, हाँ यार ये तो है क्योंकि एक दो दिन और एक दो हफ्ते तक तो मैं वो सोचते ही रह जाता हूँ पिक्चर के बारे में. So वो ना नशा होता है. वो that nasha is incomplete without the music. You know that filmy nasha of Indian films, which I'm used to because I'm always the guy who's sitting in Jamshedpur talkies or Karim talkies and watching this film on this screen. And for me that experience is not complete without this moving melodrama. And music is a big part of it. So that is what I enjoy. I don't listen to music in life, you know. I don't it's not as though I carry music and listen to it a lot. I listen to it and I enjoy it for that time. But I love music in cinema. And I love the process of also, then this was a revelation, making music. Like being a part of
the process of it.
Oh my God, that's so entertaining. What can be more fun than to sit over here and see composers just composing music, such beautiful melodies and tunes.
While you're describing the visuals to them?
While I'm describing the film, the visuals, and you know, this guy is getting affected and music is coming out. It's like I'm playing a musical instrument, man, with an A.R. Rahman. Imagine how thrilling it can be. I mean, it's just mind-blowing to sit behind Rahman and when he's on his keyboard doing the basic work of BGM, of background score.
The visuals are playing.
Visuals are playing. And he's playing on that. What an experience it is. And he's like, is this okay? Is this okay? And I'm like, everything he does is more than okay. But I also know that he had told me early on that, no, you are the director, you have to do your job. So I can't just say that, oh, I'm so mesmerized, you are Rahman, aapko kya bolna hai, waise nahi chalega. So he's like, or this. I said, yeah, but you know, right now he's a bit apprehensive also because he knows he has to go there. Music changes. So that experience is so enthralling. Just listening to a song will never be enough after this.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.